See my butthole?
Alright, so we're talking about CoryxKenshin again because there's some drama going on within the community. So for a little bit of context, it's been over a year since Cory uploaded. I know I made like my big video about that whole thing, but honestly I don't really care for that video too much because I didn't even edit it. So that's why we're back here today talking about CoryxKenshin and the fact that there's a little bit of a problem. See, since he's been gone for so long, you know, obviously since he has a really strong fan base, people are gonna want to know when he comes back, and obviously since the guy himself barely even updates his fans on when he's going to come back when he takes a break, that leaves the fans to do their own research about it, which, let's be honest here, watching any of those videos aren't going to do jack shit. It doesn't change if he's going to come back or not, but I guess the fans of him like to feel better when they watch that type of content. Maybe they just want to see how he's doing, get a little update, and that's actually a little bit of the problem and the reason why I'm making this video today. So there's this channel that's become quite infamous within the CoryxKenshin community, and not for a good reason. Like, people in the CoryxKenshin community genuinely hate this YouTuber because they think he's exploiting CoryxKenshin and the fact that he's taking a break off of YouTube for his own personal gain. And the channel in question that I'm talking about is called the Gamer Palace. Now, before I say anything else, I actually know the Gamer Palace. I've been on a couple of his streams before, and honestly, he's a pretty chill dude. But regardless, he's become quite infamous within the CoryxKenshin community because he makes a lot of videos about him where he claims to have updates. In his titles, a lot of the time, he claims that CoryxKenshin is prepared to make a comeback or responded to something. And it's gotten to a point where fans of CoryxKenshin literally hate this guy. And if you were to click on any one of the Gamer Palace's videos, I'm sure you could kind of understand where they're coming from.
CoryxKenshin is finally back. I've been getting tons of comments saying CoryxKenshin hit 18 million and that I lied about him returning at 18 million. But I also said there's a good chance he'll be back at the 20 million mark. Because Cory over the past 4 or 5 years have been making videos for 5 million, then 10 million, and then of course 15 million. So he has to return at the 20 million mark, but realistically that will happen in 5 to maybe 6 months from now.
To sum up what the Gamer Palace's content is, he'll make a video where he'll give like a really small update where, for example, he'll notice that CoryxKenshin recently played a game on his Steam profile or something, and he will then make a speculation that because of that he is going to return to YouTube.
So a year ago, CoryxKenshin played a game called Street Fighter 6, and as you can see, he only got 25 minutes into the game, and the game is 17 hours long. And if you go to CoryxKenshin's PlayStation profile, he was playing Street Fighter only yesterday, and the speculation I made is Cory is finishing the game, and he's gonna upload it to his account once he finishes the game.
And that's pretty much all of his videos. I think the real problem that people have with this guy is the fact that they think he's just exploiting him, which, let's be completely honest here, yes, that's an objective fact. He makes these videos on CoryxKenshin with the goal of getting his fan base to click on them, which in turn boosts him in the algorithm. Like, I'm a YouTuber myself and I've made videos like that in the past, so I kind of know how that whole thing works. And the thumbnails and titles are also pretty clickbait, and one could even say that the titles are kind of bordering a little bit on misinformation. But honestly, everybody on YouTube clickbaits, it's not that big of a deal. And if you were really to break down this guy's content, there's nothing that's actually harmful that he's doing. Obviously, he's taking advantage of the more gullible side of CoryxKenshin's fan base that believe that they can find out everything about CoryxKenshin just by watching some clickbait videos about him. But at the end of the day, his content basically is just him speculating. You could argue that it's clickbait and it's misleading, but people are trying to make the argument that he's somehow harassing CoryxKenshin. I mean, I could see where people are coming from with that argument, especially when he makes videos like where he stalks his PSN profile. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit weird, and I'm pretty sure I've even told him on one of his live streams that that's just flat out weird. But harassment would be more like if he were doing things that were actually affecting CoryxKenshin himself. Making a bunch of spam clickbait videos about him, you could say that that's annoying or whatever. I mean, that's personally why I stopped making those types of videos, because they're kind of pointless if you really think about them in the grand scheme of things. But it's not harassment to make content on YouTube. He's not spewing hateful things about him in every video. He's not trying to start a targeted harassment campaign towards him. The only real criticisms I have of his channel is the fact that he's doing these members only live streams where you have to pay for a membership to his channel in order to watch, and obviously since the younger fans of CoryxKenshin, they obviously think that this guy knows something about CoryxKenshin that they don't, so they're gonna give this guy money and he's gonna make these streams where he puts CoryxKenshin in the title, and I don't really agree with that. That's basically scamming people is what you're doing. It's morally wrong, and I really hope that he stops doing it. Because if you think about it, maybe making the videos themselves, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But if you're going to charge people for a membership and promote these streams about CoryxKenshin that people have to pay for, that's a completely different thing. People are so focused on calling this guy out on clickbait or making the same videos all the time, but this, in my opinion, is the only real thing that's really fucking shady, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the main thing that I wanted to cover in this video, but I also really quickly wanted to talk about this guy's fans, bro, because this shit is crazy. People love to obsess over this man and make these crazy speculations about what's happened to him while he's gone off of YouTube, and they've just got the guy's nuts in their mouth like 24/7. Maybe I personally don't get it because I don't even watch his content, but you guys do realize that he's been uploading content for over 15 years now. He's been on this platform making videos since before a large percentage of his fan base was even born, and it's like they think he's some machine that is obligated to make new content all the time, and they love to complain all the time about him taking breaks, and they say that he doesn't give a shit about his fans. So to all those fans out there, let me give you guys the reality check that your father never gave you. He doesn't owe anyone jack shit. He is a guy who makes videos on YouTube. I mean, me personally, I think it is a little bit unprofessional to keep abandoning your audience like that, but then again, the guy has almost 20 million subscribers. I only have like 100,000, so he probably knows a little bit more than me about YouTube, so I'm not going to speak on that. But if you miss the guy so much, how about you just watch his old content? He has like over 1,000 videos made. I'm sure even the most devoted fans of him probably haven't watched every single video that he's ever made. So either watch his old content, find someone else to watch, and just quit complaining. Like, basically begging for him to come back isn't going to do anything. If anything, if I were CoryxKenshin, I would personally be really annoyed, and I'd want to take an even longer break. And it's so funny that people are collectively hating on this guy just for taking advantage of the whole situation. But if you guys were to simply stop watching his videos, then the problem would be solved, but you guys keep talking about him. You guys keep giving his videos engagement. By hating on him, you're literally doing nothing but just giving him money. So for anyone watching this video who's a fan of CoryxKenshin, I don't know when he's gonna come back. The Gamer Palace doesn't know when he's gonna come back. Nobody really except for CoryxKenshin himself actually knows that. And he's actually spoken on that before, and he said that he's the only reliable source of information when it comes to him coming back to YouTube.
Don't believe any other YouTubers talking about, I know when CoryxKenshin is coming back. They don't know when I'm coming back. Because I don't know when I'm coming back. You wait for the source. I am the source.
So why would y'all still continue to go out of your way to look for videos that claim to have information about when he's coming back? Because I promise you, unless the YouTuber knows him personally or is some crazy stalker, they don't have the answers, gang. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to speak on for this video. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on all my socials. Also, be sure to subscribe to my second channel. I'm gonna start posting on there again. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'll see you guys tomorrow.